All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down two incredibly simple but honestly life-altering mental tools. They come from author and speaker Mel Robbins, and these are the kinds of ideas that can help you take back control, stop wasting your energy, and actually start building the life you want. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's start with this feeling. I think pretty much all of us can relate to this, right? You see your friends hanging out on social media, and you get that immediate gut punch of, hey, why wasn't I invited? It's that feeling of being left out, and it can totally send your mind spiraling into self-doubt and, even resentment.
And that feeling, right there, it really leads us to the big question we're tackling today. Why? Why do we let things we have absolutely no control over have so much power over us? Seriously, think about it. Whether it's a party invitation, what somebody else thinks of you, or even just idiots in traffic. So this is what Mel Robbins calls the trap of control. It's this cycle we get caught in, trying to manage other people's actions, their opinions, their feelings. And what's the result? Well, we just burn through our most valuable resources, our time and our energy. And for what? We're just left feeling frustrated and totally powerless.
So how do you get out of this trap? Well, that brings us to the very first tool. And honestly, this one's a total game changer. It's called the let them theory, and it is all about getting your energy back.
So, what is it? At its heart, the let them theory is just a simple mental boundary. It's a conscious choice you make to stop trying to manage all that stuff you can't control, and instead, you shift your focus to the one thing you always have power over, your own response. And here's how simple it is to put into practice. It's just 2 steps. First, when you feel that anxiety or that frustration building up, you literally just say to yourself, let them. Let them misunderstand me. Let them be disappointed. Let them go and make their own choices. Then comes the pivot, the important part. Let me. Let me decide how I'm going to respond. Let me set my boundaries. Let me choose where my energy goes. See the shift?
This chart just lays it out so perfectly, doesn't it? It separates the two worlds we're living in. On the left, you've got everything that drains you. And on the right, everything that empowers you. You can't control that person who's driving the wrong way down a one-way street, but you sure as heck can control whether you let it ruin your entire day. The whole point is making a conscious choice to live on the right side of this chart.
In this quote, man, it just nails the paradox of it all. The more you try to grip everything tightly, the more you actually lose your grip on yourself. It's only by letting go of what you can't control that you gain this immense power over what you can.
And that is the turning point. Let them freeze up all of that wasted energy. But then the question is, what do you do with it? Well, that's where you turn your focus inward. So let's move on to our second tool and see how this all connects.
Okay, so now we're going to turn to the world inside you. This brings us to tool number 2, the 5-second rule. And this one is specifically designed to help you take decisive action, especially when you really don't feel like it.
And this rule wasn't cooked up in some lab. It was forged in a real-life crisis. When Mel Robbins was 41, her life was, it was falling apart. She was facing $800,000 in debt. Her marriage was imploding, she was struggling with alcohol, and she couldn't even get herself out of bed in the morning. She was at absolute rock bottom.
And that's exactly why this rule is so crucial. Because if we wait around to feel like making a change, spoiler alert, we'll be waiting forever. As she puts it, motivation is complete garbage. The skill we actually need is learning how to push ourselves when every feeling in our body is screaming at us to just stay put.
And it all boils down to this one number, 5. Just 5 seconds. This is what she calls the window of hesitation. It's that tiny gap between having an instinct to do something good for yourself, like get up or make that call or speak up at a meeting, and your brain's natural instinct to just talk you right out of it.
So here's the rule itself. The moment you have that instinct, you've got 5 seconds. 5 seconds to physically move before your brain kills the impulse with a flood of excuses and fear and doubt. The trick is to interrupt that pattern. You literally count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and when you hit 1, you move. That countdown, it acts like a starting pistol for your brain, and it shifts you from thinking into doing. And the real power here isn't in some huge grand gesture. It's in the accumulation of thousands of these tiny decisions. It started for her in 2008 with just getting out of bed. That's it. But by 2011, she was using it to face a huge fear and give a TEDx talk. And that one decision, compounded over and over again, is what built the global movement she leads today. It all starts small.
Okay, so let's bring these two amazing ideas together. Because this is way more than just a set of tips. It's really a complete philosophy for taking your power back.
I mean, it's a perfect partnership, right? The let them theory, that's your shield. It stops you from just hemorrhaging energy on the drama and chaos of the outside world. And then, the 5-second rule, that's your laser. It focuses all of that energy you just reclaimed onto the actions that will actually move your life forward.
And look, if there's one single thing to take away from all of this, it's this quote right here. Your life isn't defined by your circumstances, it's defined by your decisions. A completely different life is always, always just one decision away. So that leaves us with one final question. And it's not about tomorrow or next week or next year. It's about right now. Your next 5-second window is coming up. So, what are you going to do with it?